Have you ever looked at two rifles side by side and thought, they kind of look the same, but why does everyone always argue about which one's better? That's exactly what we're getting into today. The long-running, often heated debate between the Ruger Mini-14 and the AR-15. For decades, shooters, ranchers, collectors, and weekend range warriors have gone back and forth on this topic. Is the AR-15 the king of modern semi-automatics? Or is the Mini-14 the underrated workhorse that quietly outperforms it in the real world? Let's dig deep and find out. Both rifles have fascinating histories. The AR-15, designed in the mid-1950s by Eugene Stoner, became a phenomenon once the US military adopted its military sibling, the M16, in the early 1960s. It was lightweight, modular, and forward-thinking for its time. A rifle built with aluminum and polymer when the rest of the world still trusted heavy wood and steel. On the flip side, the Ruger Mini-14 didn't show up until 1973, but when it did, it was the brainchild of Bill Ruger and Jim Sullivan. Yes, the very same Jim Sullivan who helped design the M16. That connection alone gives the Mini-14 a fascinating lineage. It's almost like the cousin of the AR-15, born from the same design DNA, but built with a very different philosophy. The Mini-14 took its mechanical cues from the classic M1 Garand and M14 rifles, blending old-school reliability with modern handling. From the start, it was designed to be simple, tough, and incredibly dependable. Now, let's talk about appearance, because like it or not, looks play a huge role in how rifles are perceived, both legally and socially. The AR-15 screams tactical. Its rail systems, collapsible stocks, and black finish give it an unmistakably military vibe. The Mini-14, by contrast, is the quiet one in the room. It looks like a traditional hunting rifle, slender, wooden, and unthreatening. At number 10 on our list of differences, that visual tone alone gives the Mini-14 a major advantage in today's world. While the AR-15 often draws negative attention, especially in politically charged environments, the Mini-14 blends right in. Whether you're in the countryside or at a suburban range, nobody bats an eye when they see a Mini-14 in your hands. It's discreet, elegant, and classic. The kind of rifle you could sling over your shoulder without raising eyebrows. For people living in restrictive jurisdictions or under constant scrutiny, that subtlety is a serious benefit. Coming in at number 9, let's talk about maintenance and operation. The Mini-14 uses a gas piston system, which channels propellant gases away from the bolt and action. That means less carbon buildup, fewer jams, and less frustration after long shooting sessions. The AR-15, on the other hand, operates on a direct impingement system, efficient but messy. Every shot cycles hot gases back into the bolt carrier, meaning carbon residue and heat build up in the rifle's heart. Does it still work? Absolutely. But the AR-15 demands cleaning discipline. Miss a session or two, and you'll feel it. The Mini-14, in contrast, is like that reliable pickup truck that just keeps running, no matter how much dust or rain it sees. That's why farmers, ranchers, and outdoor professionals adore it. You can throw it behind the seat of your truck, take it out in the cold or heat, and it'll still function flawlessly when you need it most. At number 8, durability and construction quality take the spotlight. The Mini-14's design borrows heavily from the M1 Garand's rotating bolt system, proven through wars and decades of service. Its cold, hammer-forged barrel offers superb longevity and consistent accuracy. Plus, the stainless steel variant makes it perfect for humid or coastal environments where rust would normally be a concern. The AR-15 certainly isn't fragile. In fact, modern ARs are incredibly robust, but they often rely on the quality of the manufacturer. A well-built AR-15 can last a lifetime, but a poorly built one can give you headaches from day one. With the Mini-14, the engineering is standardized. You're buying consistency right out of the box. There's comfort in knowing that when you pick up a Ruger, you're holding something built to run for decades without fuss. At number 7, we dive into reliability in the field. Both rifles have faced criticism in their early days. The AR-15's military variant, the M16, was plagued by early reliability issues when ammunition powder formulas were changed. Cleaning kits weren't even issued at first, a massive blunder that gave the rifle a bad reputation. But those days are long gone. Modern ARs are battle-tested and trustworthy. Still, when it comes to extreme environments, dust, mud, or freezing cold, the Mini-14's piston system gives it a noticeable edge. It's forgiving. It doesn't mind being dirty. And for those who live by the keep it simple philosophy, that rugged dependability is priceless. At number 6, magazine reliability enters the conversation. It's true, the Mini-14 once had a reputation problem, but it wasn't the rifle's fault. The issue came from cheap aftermarket magazines that caused feeding problems. The solution? Stick with Ruger factory mags, and the Mini-14 becomes a machine machine of precision and reliability. The AR-15, meanwhile, benefits from a massive aftermarket, but that's a double-edged sword. With so many brands producing magazines, quality can vary wildly. Some feed like butter, while others jam on the third round. Once again, consistency is where the Mini-14 quietly shines. At number 5, we come to handling and maneuverability. The Mini-14's recoil assembly is forward of the stock, giving it the flexibility to shorten the stock without worrying about a buffer tube sticking out the back. That opens the door for folding stocks and compact builds that still shoot comfortably. Ruger's original factory folding stock, famously seen in the A-Team series, was an icon, and now Samson Manufacturing has revived that design under Ruger license. It's practical, cool, and functional. The AR-15, on the other hand, has a buffer tube that limits how compact it can become. Even when folded, if you buy a special folding adapter, the stock setup is bulkier. In tight spaces, vehicles, or when hiking long distances, the Mini-14's streamlined configuration simply feels more convenient. At number 4, we examine accuracy and sight radius. Many shooters assume the AR-15 wins here automatically. And yes, with optics and free float barrels, the AR can be a tack driver. But when you compare iron sight configurations, the Mini-14 holds a surprising advantage. Its front sight is placed farther forward, giving a longer sight radius and making iron sight aiming more precise. Combine that with Ruger's refined barrel designs in newer models, and you have a rifle that's accurate enough for everything from varmint control to mid-range target shooting. At number 3, let's talk price and value. The AR-15 has an enormous price spectrum. You can get a functional budget model for under $700, but the high-end match-grade setups easily cross $2,000. The Mini-14 usually sits around $1,000 new, and for that price, you get a rifle that doesn't need endless upgrades. It's ready out of the box. No fancy triggers or optics rails required. For shooters who want simplicity and long-term value, that's a smart investment. You're buying reliability, not a parts assembly puzzle. At number 2, aesthetic and psychological perception plays its subtle role. There's a reason law enforcement agencies and civilians in restrictive states have long favored the Mini-14. It doesn't look scary. It's the rifle you can own without turning heads. Even in gun-sensitive neighborhoods, the AR-15, fair or not, has become a symbol in public debate. That visibility can make ownership more complicated. The Mini-14 gives you peace of mind, a sense of classic craftsmanship, and none of the negative spotlight. For many, that alone tips the scales. Finally, at number 1, we hit the heart of the argument: purpose and personality. The AR-15 is a builder's rifle, modular, customizable, and adaptable to nearly any shooting style. It's for the tinkerer who loves to personalize every detail. The Mini-14, on the other hand, is the minimalist's companion, built to perform, not to show off. It's for the person who values practicality over flash. You take it out, you shoot it, you clean it occasionally, and it keeps doing its job. It's a grab-and-go rifle that doesn't beg for upgrades or attention. In a world obsessed with attachments, that simplicity is refreshing. So is the Ruger Mini-14 better than the AR-15? It depends on what you value. If you want modularity, endless accessory options, and a modern tactical feel, the AR-15 is unbeatable. But if you crave reliability, ease of use, classic looks, and quiet performance that doesn't attract unwanted attention, the Mini-14 wins hands down. It's the everyday rifle for the practical shooter. Rugged, loyal, and unapologetically straightforward. Both rifles represent two philosophies: innovation versus tradition, customization versus simplicity. And that's what makes this debate so timeless. The truth is, you can't go wrong with either, as long as you choose the one that fits you. But before you go, let's end on a question that matters. If you could only own one rifle for the next 20 years, which would you trust? The AR-15's modular might or the Mini-14's rugged soul? Think about that for a moment. Drop your answer in the comments below, because I'm genuinely curious where you stand in this classic face-off. And hey, if you enjoyed this deep dive into one of the most iconic rivalries in firearm history, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tap the bell icon so you never miss future breakdowns, and share this video with your shooting buddies, because the debate doesn't end here. It only gets louder from here on out.